Jordan, do you want to grab your movie since we're going bye-bye?
Jordan went into crisis at a very young age. We struggled for multiple years with him in home. We had supports through Developmental Disabilities Administration, and we could not find anybody that would come and support our son with his behavioral issues in our home. We didn't have friends or family that could help us. We felt really alone and isolated, and this started at the age of 9. We went into crisis for approximately 3 years. We needed the help. We couldn't get it in home. So we decided to look into community living. And at 12 years old, my son transitioned into the voluntary placement service with Developmental Disabilities Administration. And today, he's almost 20 years old. We have 8 years in supported living. And I can tell you nothing but positive things about our son being placed in the community. We gained a young man that has so many independent skills, and he's so happy in the community.
I came to this job partly due to my experience having a daughter named Ayla, who lived for 39 years a full and happy life in the community. She was a really engaging, sweet person. Despite the fact that she was medically fragile most of her life, she was able to live a full and meaningful life in the community with the right supports. The Family Mentor Project, we have a lot of empathy and respect for families that are trying to make decisions about the care of a loved one with high needs and sometimes in crisis. The experiences that we've all had contribute to this empathy that we have, and particularly my daughter had a few hospitalizations that were rather lengthy, and we didn't really know if her care needs were going to be different when she came out on the other side of it. But ultimately we were always able to find the right support so that she could be an integrated part of the community around us.
Dishes!
The dishes goes.
Are dishes up here?
My oldest experiences autism. His name's Brendan. He's 23, and he needed to have more supports than what I could provide. And it was really hard to admit that, and really hard to, as a mom where I want to take care of my own, I want to be a good mom, I'm looking at my son saying, I don't know how to help you with this. And we did make the decision to look at some out-of-home placement options, and that was hard. And we tried adult family home, but the supports there weren't quite good enough to meet his needs, and that's okay. So we looked at supported living, and I'm telling you, changed our lives, changed his life. Now he has staff that is with him 24/7. He has about 5 staff actually, so it's not on one person. There's multiple people teaming together to ensure that his health and safety needs are met, that his activity in the community is met, that he is happy. And so now as a mom, instead of worrying about those things that are very critical for his day-to-day, I get to just be mom.
This right here is a positive reinforcement.
My son Jake was born with some unique abilities, and we knew early on that he was going to need some support. I like to refer that as I was told that he was going to live in a place of no. And so that very moment I knew when he was 4 that we needed to create a place of yes. Part of his transition plan in school was him living independently, although we didn't know what it was and we were scared to death. And so around 23, we really started seeking residential and what would that look like and what do we need in terms of the support team and the funding, and looked at all the waiver services and how can we really enhance those services to get them ready. It was a team effort. It still is. He's been in a subsidized apartment. He was on a wait list for 1.5 years. We have providers that come in. Sometimes he doesn't want them to come on a specific day, so being creative in terms of scheduling has to happen. It's all intentional on how it works for Jacob.
I love my life. My life is really awesome. It's a really positive. I have a great support team, great mom and dad, great friends and family.
I want families to know that there's resources out there, and I want them to know that the family mentors have the knowledge because they have traveled the road less traveled that they've had to place their sons and daughters out of home.
The expectations and the needs of people vary widely, and we don't judge and we don't pressure anyone to make any particular decision.
Having the experience of being around families and doing it yourself, you just know when to just support and just be there and be available, and we will come to you. We promise. We will hop in the car and we will come to you, and you matter.
We're here to listen. We're here to support you, champion, to just say it's gonna be okay, and that whatever you want to do is just fine. I would say sometimes be courageous, dream a bit, think big, and anything is possible.